Taurus, hello. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello, my friends. How are you? Different format today, yet again. For those of you that are new to this channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button with all if you would like to be notified whenever I publish new content. The way this works here, and of course, hi to everyone that has been here for a while. The way this works is I bring through channeling, I bring through channel chanting, healing chanting that will be posted over on Patreon attached to your extended reading, 1111 a month, down below, all the details that you need to know for all the extendeds that have been created. What I was feeling for you, Taurus, here was an incredible presence. What I heard was immediately listo, which means in Spanish ready and done, like it's good. So almost automatic, it felt like the way I was setting it up. I just immediately knew what to do, when to do, and it was really effortless, really, which is of course your energy. If you're new, I'm feeling your energy. I'm feeling physically also symptoms that you may have, and I will express them and tell you, what comes through for you. So almost automatic. If one thing doesn't quite pan out the way you think it should, you know immediately that it will eventually work out. And so you have just complete trust. There's no stress, no worries. And by this knowledge and the trust that you're applying, you just know that it is coming in, and it actually does come in a lot faster for that reason. You may not be using your brain so much anymore in terms of what has been past is past, and when it comes to the future, not worrying about things because you live so much in the present already, in the present tense. So incredibly present. What came through was eagle eyes, and I was immediately thinking, okay, why eagle eyes? Why not tiger eye? And then I was thinking about the stone, tiger eye. So that may have a meaning to you. Also, the eagle view, so the higher view over things, is really important for you right now, that you keep that and that you keep living in that present moment. And the card that came out for you, I want to show you right now, is Nana Buluku, and she who rests to be creative, right? And look at all the gorgeousness of this card. It's really beautiful. The moons, the crescent moons are really striking me right now. So right here and right here. And of course the third eye and the heart connection that you have established in a really, really strong way here. I also see eyes within eyes, eyes within the pattern. So either you're drawing eyes, which I do too, and you may have enjoyed drawing eyes for a while, or it is just denoting to, cosmic eyes is what I'm getting, the other connotation that I'm getting with this. So cosmic eyes, cosmic heart, and really understanding, really bringing something together. There's also something about the four directions, and you know how ancient Mayans and, well, ancient cultures, really ancient Aztec cultures, they used to build their temples exactly in accordance with the four directions. It's incredible how they just build everything, and that's kind of like what I'm feeling you're doing with yourself. However, you're building everything so in tune with your surroundings that it'll just be a masterpiece of some sort. Because those ancient cultures, they came together and to share wisdom sometimes, and they also matched, for example, temples. So in completely different places, right? And this is what I feel for you with regards to soul tribe. There are triangles and other geometric patterns that are being formed. If you took your friends, like your soul tribe, and you marked them where they are on a card, you may be really surprised about the geometric patterns that may be showing up in terms of, for example, they are in a different country, or they're even like in a different neighborhood or something like that. And if you connected them, it made perfect sense. It would make perfect sense where you're all stationed. It's interesting, the hand movements that they're giving me with this. Very interesting. It's also reminding me of, when you're stressed out and when your nervous system has a hard time calming down, this is what you then do. You actually follow with the eyes. So some of you may have been doing some form of therapy, maybe also just self-therapy, where you're following certain patterns with your eyes, and that actually really helps. Like, I can totally denote to that. If you haven't checked that out yet and are currently suffering from a bit of anxiety, I highly, highly recommend you checking this out. It's called brain spotting. And the other one I have to look up. I almost want to say EMSR or something like that, but that's not quite it. But I'll look it up, and I'll post it. I'll attach the link, okay? Because that seems to be important for some of you here. So we were at higher view, and then they took me off on a journey to this card. So there's an easy flow that's happening, or that you're soon being into, but I feel you already are. Awesomeness is what I'm hearing with this. Even doing the dishes flows easily and with awareness and presence. So it's like you may be fascinated by the water that is running over your plates, or just like by dripping of water, or just like taking the time and enjoying the peace and quiet of the moment, because how incredibly peaceful it can be, life can be, right? When it's really quiet. That also may mean that you're, cutting off any external stuff. I don't know how much you can hear, like what's going on externally here, but when I shut the door, it's just completely quiet. And when I don't turn on music or, any sort of distraction, TV or whatever, it's really, really quiet. And that's what I'm getting for you, like a divine, serene presence, just really beautiful. And finally, enough space was also one thing they were giving me. Some of you may have moved to a larger space, or perhaps it just feels that way to you. So traveling and feeling the space of the world rather than an apartment where you may have felt constricted. So really feeling like how large this space actually is, and how much you can involve yourself in creating the space that you actually want when your mind and your heart are aligned to your purpose, to what your heart really wants, to what you as a person right now in this lifetime really, really need. With that, I feel like you can really channel. If you haven't tapped into this, there's a high recommendation you do, that you find the peace and stillness in meditation, let's say, for example, and really tap yourself in here, Taurus, okay? But I believe like a lot of you know this already, like how much you can channel already, because I'm getting a lot of like nice messages, like really a nice flow. So this is what I'm feeling when someone has done it for a while actually, and is now like comfortable with the whole process. She rests to create, Nana Buluku. Your energy is a precious resource, and there are ways of being that can enhance it, amplify it, and replenish it. Give yourself sufficient rest, and you shall find the way forward more effortless. Explore the lifestyle that grows your inner resources rather than requiring constant exertion and exhaustion to accomplish an endless list of external pursuits. You need this shift in being now because you are ready to accomplish more. For this to take place, there needs to be less effort and more wisdom. Trust and value what can be accomplished through rest. No, I just asked if they wanted me to read more, but I'll post that over on Patreon. That will be available with a $2 tier already. There's also a healing process that is you can find there as well. All right. Number one. This one? Yes. So we're going to continue with the tarot for you here, Taurus. By the way, if you're a Cancer and you're watching this, I will do your full reading. Happy birthday to you, Cancers. And I will do your reading, like your full reading, as your reading comes up. Yeah. So we do have the Eight of Swords. So some of you actually are going through a bit of a patch of low self-esteem, but this is only part of you, part of yourself, or you may be noticing that within yourself. Oh, now it's time for this, right? There may also be, like I mentioned earlier, a bit of anxiety with this. Could be. But it's more like, what I'm also getting with this is a bit of reclusiveness when it comes to the world. It's just like turning your back on the world a little bit because of this, or you may have turned your back to the world a little bit because of that bit of anxiety here, or because of that lacking confidence, but it's only mental. I'm just reminded of the last reading I did with The Universe is Mental. I think it was Aquarius. Yeah, it was Aquarius for sure. The universe is mental. There may be something in there for you because you may have realized this. And look how she is, like, so confident, so serene, so calm. There's a huge difference here. So some of you perhaps are going back and forth between that amazing state of, tranquility, and then something like this may be popping up. It could also be because this is this candle here is talking about Judas. Some sort of betrayal may have happened in your life that caused you to be this, and now it's time to bring in the forgiveness to heal this. But forgiveness doesn't mean you're saying, okay, I forgive this person. First of all, you're not, letting go of their actions, or you're not, saying that it's okay that they acted in this way. But it's like, this is for yourself. Healing and forgiving, that goes hand in hand, and it'll just automatically come. And I believe the time is now. And we have the gorgeous green here. So really, Jesus and heart chakra is what I'm getting with this. And it doesn't matter who you believe in, just like if this strong light, that to me would be Jesus, right? Yeah. Yeah. Six of Rods. You're emerging as a leader here, and it's highly successful too, like your endeavors. And again, I'm being reminded to really rest and create, because when you're in that situation, or any type of leader would have to learn this, because they can't deplete themselves. You cannot deplete yourself and give too much of your own energy. You need some for yourself. You need to have your own cup full first. She who rests to create. Before you can even think about helping others, before you can even think about um, going out and teaching this, whatever you have learned about your own growth and evolution journey here, you need to learn how to rest. Or maybe you're currently in the process of learning this, or maybe you have learned a lot about this. Either way, this is a connotation to you, but this is utterly important. Wheel of Fortune, this is also something that's very, very successful. Wheel of Fortune is always turning and is bringing you something. It's the full journey that is being completed, but you're not supposed to. It's just like that, just like we mentioned in the beginning. It's just, you're not supposed to, if something isn't working in your favor, or something isn't working in that moment, you're not supposed to be like, I really want this to work. It's rather of a, like, I'm allowing, I am present, I am letting this go, and then it immediately turns around to be something else. It immediately is like that. And you may have had enough situations of that kind in your life that you have learned how to let go, that you have learned how to be present, how to allow. It's really quite beautiful. Some of you may have a strong connection to owls, to owl spirit as well. Seeing at night, I'm being reminded of here. Seeing things that others may not be able to perceive just because of your nature, right? Because owls, they are really like, they're hunting during the night. They're awake during the night, and they're asleep during the day. So it's just the nature of the owl. The owl, I don't think, would ever think about being awake during the day and, hunting during the day. That's not the way they were made. They have special tools that allow them to see during the night, and, to find their prey during the night. And so are you. You're not meant to do certain things the way others are doing it. You're meant to do the things the way you were, brought here to do things, and no other way, basically. No other way. Yeah. And to be proud of it is what they're saying. To be proud of the way that you were made. Here we go. See this? Because I was thinking, it landed immediately on the Eight of Swords. And this is what I was getting. Like, be proud of this. Don't let that be a source of doubt in your life. You're perfect the way you are. Just because someone didn't understand your gifts, didn't understand where you were coming from, it does not mean that this isn't right. It's very right. It's very right, Taurus. Another one's flying in that direction. This one first, yep. So, we have rainbow for you here, Taurus. So you are a jewel, exactly, even though you may not see it. Yes, even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. And this one goes right here. This is a reminder from Spirit how awesome you are, and how much they love you, and how much they're with you. And I'm now getting like hands that are being put upon you. So some of you may have felt like strong angelic presence here, strong ancestral presence. Some of you may have lost someone fairly recently. They're with you. And if you have felt that you were touched by something or someone, just know that you're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And they're here encouraging you, lovingly guiding you forward along your path. Okay, we're getting a lot of channeling, like lots of these things are very, very channeled, these messages. Also getting like the rose image. So Mary Magdalene may be quite important to you and your journey. Seeking out the North Star. Some of you may be stargazing also, like keep doing that. That's really good. It'll lead somewhere. Okay, that connection to the stars is really important. Okay, Taurus, I really hope this was helpful and or insightful. I'm going to continue to pull more cards over on Patreon for your extended, and we'll see whatever else wants to come through for you here. You can check out the link and click it, and then you'll see where it takes you, and then you can decide, or before, however you want to. It's not an obligation. It's just extra information and extra healing and healing chanting that you can find over there, and all the healing processes, of course, as well. I'm sending you so much love, Taurus, and I'll see you next time. We're over on Patreon. Bye, my friends.